Hey Stationery Squad, welcome back to my channel if you're new. If you believe that a good pen and a great notebook can change your life, or at least your to-do list, you're in the right place. So stick around and see what we have going today. Today we are going to jump into our second set of 30 inks in 30 days. Starting off with day 16. Not just your average swatching video. We're going to swatch it, and then we're going to compare it to other inks in my collection to help you decide if you're going to need to add it to your collection. Do you really need another teal ink? Who am I kidding? Of course you do. So grab your favorite beverage and let's get our stationery fix on together. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So we're going to start with Birmingham Pen Company's Blue Moon Jellyfish. Hope your week is going well. Wild one for me. Our students took the SATs this week. Boy, am I glad I don't have to take those anymore. They're all digital now, which is kind of nice. It's a dark navy blue. Well, I guess it's kind of good. I don't have a lot of blue blacks in my collection, so this finding matches was a little bit harder than, because tend to stay away from pretty traditional blues and blacks. This isn't one. I really actually kind of like this color, so maybe it will convert me. The first comparison is Endless Alchemy's Candy Sea. I picked it because I think it has the similar red sheen, but it's definitely more blue. Box says Candy Sea and Toffee, but the bottle just says Candy Sea, so I don't know if there's really toffee in there or not. Is the red supposed to be the toffee? Up next is Rohr & Klinger's Verdigris. This time it's kind of a little more green. The first time I swatched this wasn't very blue-green at all, so I thought it might be close. Not so much. It is darker than what I think is Verdigris, but what? And then the last one to match up is the new one, Journalize Dark Matte, and that one is way too purple. If this weren't a Birmingham Pen Company and I could get my hands on it again, because we know that they just kind of make them and then maybe they come back and maybe they don't, I should probably go for a bottle of this. Okay, and through the magic of television, you're old enough, you remember that, right? Like something would be in an oven and come out. That's how everything dried down. So really, turns out I don't have anything close, but the Rohr & Klinger Verdigris might be. Like some of this teal is a little bit under the sheen. We'll be back tomorrow for another ink. Day 17 brings us Pennonia Bulletin Blue. Let's see what this swatch does. I can't say no to an ink sample, so when I go to our Pen Posse meetup, people bring samples or they have things to swap and share. Now I make sure that I share, but if there are samples left on the table that I don't have in my collection, or even if I do have them in my collection and I really like them and only have a sample, I'm going to take them home, even if they're not colors that I gravitate to, like Basic Bitch Blue, which this one is borderline, so bordering on that basic B blue. Oh, it wants to run away over there. I don't think so, sir. You can come back this way. They're not basic B, but this is borderline, also in writing a little too light to be legible. Let's see how it does on the other papers. These little paper swatchy samples, I just took full-size A5 sheets and stamped them with stamps from Everyday Explorers and cut them up. Let's try down darker than I thought. I might be moving into blurple. I may have judged too quickly. It is a habit I have of judging too quickly. Limited patience. Part of the fun of swatching this way and going back through my is helping me remember what colors I have. This one, one of my most illegible colors, but I still love it. It is Colorverse Korea Special on Bit. Yeah, I know I said it's illegible, but it actually dries down pretty nicely. Next up is Diamine Inkvent 2024 Baltic Breeze. Slightly more purple than the Pennonia that we're sampling. And the last one is another Inkvent, which is why I said, oh, it's good that I went and do this, because I kind of forgot about these colors from Inkvent and how much I like them right off the bat. And I think I definitely need to get one or two in a pen in the next couple of months. They are so pretty. Diamine Snow Globe. Okay, so day 18 was a total disaster. The ink that was in that sample was old. It was like tar. I'll put a picture up here if I remember, but that was Walden Pond. And it scared me so much I threw it out. Day 19 is an awesome green from Van Diemen, Wilderness Pine. It matches a few colors. I think Noble for the Pennonia that I'm in love with from this, and Elf from one of the early Inkvents. So day 20 is Lamy Turquoise. I think many people are fan and familiar with this. Nice turquoisey blue. Great standard basic. Reminds me of Waterman's Serenity Blue. I really need to get my hands on some Midori paper, because I think that paper that might be in the running for my next notebook. I don't know if they make it in loose leaf. Anybody know that? Can you get Midori paper and Midori MD paper in loose leaf? Have to check it out. Jet pens, here I come. It's usually where I go. Special shout out to my Teal Gold. She gave me one of her precious pieces of Esterbrook Coffee Monster Co. water papers. Super cute. The first similar color is Waterman Inspired Blue. My go-to. This is the ink that I use when I'm dip testing new pens as they come in, and just all around. Great color. Next one I chose might be a little bit off. I think of Konpeki kind of in this color. It's a little bit more blue though. Pilot Aero Shizuku Konpeki. And the last one is a newer one to me. It is Leonardo Churches, Hawaii. Day 21 is Wearing Gold Romeo, a dark gray black ink with some gold shimmer. I gave my Nakamori dip nib a little bit of a trouble. I think it had needed some good clean out. So I don't think there's anything too special about this ink. Of all the black inks, I would choose the three that I picked in the similar color land well before I reach for Romeo again. I chose to match this up. The first one is Bunga Box Silent Night. I'm not sure if it's a black or navy, but it is a gorgeous dark color, so it's second in my list next to Platinum Carbon Black, which I didn't include in this list because that's a given. The second one is Jacques Urbain Shogun. It's probably a reddish or brownie black. And the last one is Tom Studio Stellar Black with some, I think, multicolor shimmer. Maybe it's silver. Can you believe we're up to day 22? Where is April going? All right, 22 brings us another Pennonia ink, Must Foros Young Wine. Oh, looks like a good rich burgundy. Just in the writing, I'm surprised that this is a lot more brown. See what the swatch gives us. Yeah, more red in this swatch. But interesting that the writing comes out. I guess it is a rusty red. Different than the swatch. So you know what we do next? We do the paper tests. It's really interesting because in some places it looks almost like a pink when it dries down. This one's going to be a little tough for me to find similar colors because nothing is jumping up as something that might be similar right off the bat. This is definitely maybe the first color in this set of 30 days that's really had me stumped. I don't even know if any of the ones that I've picked are going to be matches. So that would be kind of exciting if I don't have anything that's similar, because I think these are pretty far off. Okay, this first one is Diamine from the Ink Fence. Sleigh Ride. Oh, nope, look, I'm gonna look like I've murdered somebody by the time this color's done. This is a heavy, heavy sheener. The next one I pulled is Ferris Wheel Press Velvet Ballet. If I remember this correctly, it has a pink undertone. That one might be the closest. And the last one, just because it was a wine, I went Diamine Syrah. It feels like it falls right in between these two because the Syrah's got the pinky undertone and the Velvet Ballet's got the darker note. And then pick up the brown that's in the writing part, so that's interesting. I did look at like also Tarnisha Opera Rose, but I thought that was too orange. All right, looking at them dried down now. I don't know that any of them are really close, but probably, yeah, sticking with the in between those two. So day 23, I was a day behind, so see the ink from yesterday. I did wash my hands. I'm catching up. So next one up is Diamine Imperial Blue. Sometimes when you watch these samples and I'm just throwing down words, you wouldn't believe that I actually can hand letter and have decent script sometimes. I promise. I can see pretty things on my Instagram when it comes to letters, but not when I'm doing these ink comparisons. So I would call this a blurple, but sometimes I start to wonder, do I even know what blue is? Maybe this is blue? I'd say super wet. I was trying to do back to back, but I don't think Definitely didn't happen yesterday and it's not gonna happen today. Oh, so wet. Like a whole nother row down here. And I have so much in here I could do my paper samples. See if I can pick some of this up with my glass nib for the floral and other writings. I have no idea what kind of flowers those are, or why I didn't start them on the line down here. Unlike yesterday's, I shouldn't have any trouble matching colors up with this one. For this one, I chose a few other blurples. One or two new to me. Alright, one new to me. This one, the Journalized Dark Matter. And Robert Oster Deep Purple. I think is funny because I think it's pretty similar to this. The Diamine calls it a blue and Robert Oster calls it deep purple. Maybe I'm not. Maybe this isn't what I remember it. Oh yeah, see, that's way more blue. But it's called deep purples. I don't understand. Did somebody explain to me? Last color that I thought would match is Troublemaker Purple Yam. So first up for today, number 24, is Birmingham Pen Co's Tiger's Eye. I'm getting to the end of my notebook, so even though I wouldn't normally write on something like this, I think I'm going to conserve some of my paper because I really don't know what I'm going to do next. I thought that was going to be a lot more orange. Or if I didn't clean my... Maybe I didn't clean my pen well? My dip pen? It's been a little bit since I've done a sandwich baggie swatch, so I think I'll do something a little bit different. I feel like I have to look up a picture of a tiger. Is that what a tiger's eye look like? I mean, I know it has a little bit of golden glints. Next, we're gonna put our other types of papers in. Okay. So I honestly, this is another one that I am totally stumped on. I didn't really leave myself much room for these other colors, did I? Okay, we're going to do something a little different. So the first one, and I don't think I found any that were really even close. Consider a dupe for this, but yes, maybe distant cousins of this color. First one is Jacquerbin Dorifet. The other two that are closer, also Birmingham ink, so I suspect that there is some sort of similar things. Okay, so the next one is Pollen. And the third color is definitely going to be more green, browny green, is Birmingham Floating Log. Oh, so much more green, see? No surprise, this kind of, I don't know what, yellow brown, some choice words, poopy brown, is not really my cup of tea, so not a surprise that I don't have a lot of colors. There you have it, Stationery Squad. That is our second part of 30 inks in 30 days. Be sure to come back next time for the final reveal, the last 6 days and all of the inks together. I hope you've been inspired to do this process with all of your inks, see what matches you have. Until next time, keep inking, keep planning, and keep being awesome. Bye for now.